92 years. The Lord has kept me here 92 years on this earth, and I still rise before the sun. I still milk my goats. I still know exactly what rain smells like before it arrives. And that is no coincidence. And people ask me all the time what my secret is. My name is Pearl Mae Tucker, and I'm going to tell you something. Every doctor who came to this farm to tell me what to eat is no longer here to see me. They would arrive with their papers and their pills and tell me that eggs were poison, that lard was the devil. But I kept on cooking the same way. I learned it from this land, from my hands, from what my grandmother put on my plate when I was a little girl. Here there are 7 foods that have been in this kitchen my whole life. The first is coffee. Black, strong, freshly brewed. Since I was 14, when my father let me have the first cup in the early morning before going to milk the cows. Coffee doesn't give me nerves, it gives me purpose. It tells me the day has begun and there is work to be done. If God didn't want us to drink it, he wouldn't have made it smell so good. No sugar, none of those creams in little boxes, that's city nonsense. I've never understood why people spend so much money turning a perfect thing into something unrecognizable. The coffee bean is already a miracle. Leave it alone. The second is fruit from the yard. Blackberries, wild strawberries, whatever comes off the plant. Here on the farm, there were always fruits hanging somewhere. I eat them by the handful, just as they are, sometimes with a little dirt still on them. They have compounds that scientists now call polyphenols. But my grandmother simply used to say, eat what has color because color is the medicine. And she was right. They reduce inflammation. They cleanse the blood. Nature already put everything there. You don't need a laboratory to improve on what God already designed perfectly. Every berry that grows on this land has been here longer than any pharmaceutical company. I trust the berry. The third is the egg, the whole egg, yolk and all. For years, they told us it would kill us, that the yolk would clog the veins. Lies. Here on the farm, we've had chickens our whole lives, and I've eaten 2 eggs every morning, fried in lard, and my heart is still strong. The yolk has everything the body needs for the brain, for the eyes, for the blood. It is the most complete thing God ever put in this kitchen. Think about it. An egg contains everything needed to create an entire living creature. Everything. And we were told to throw away the best part. No. In this kitchen, we eat the whole egg. We always have. The 4 comes from the water. Fish, sardines, mackerel, the fatty fish. When I was young, there wasn't much, but whatever there was, we made the most of it. We called it a poor man's lunch. I call it a rich man's medicine. The brain is pure fat, and it needs good fat to keep from oxidizing. Those oils, the omega they talk about now, that's what lubricates the machinery. What keeps the mind sharp. A mind that forgets his grandchildren worries me more than anything else. I have 11 grandchildren and 4 great-grandchildren, and I know every single one of their birthdays. That matters to me more than any number a doctor reads off a machine. The day I forget a grandchild's name is the day I start worrying. Until then, I'll keep eating my sardines. The 5th is fermented food. Buttermilk, yogurt, hard cider, sauerkraut, pickles, corn mash, living food, full of good bacteria that bring order to the gut. The intestine is like this pasture. If it only has weeds, everything gets sick. But if it has good soil, everything flourishes. A happy belly makes a happy life. And no doctor taught me that. I learned it watching my body for 9 decades, paying attention, listening. Your body talks to you every single day. Most people are just too busy to hear it. Slow down. Eat slowly. Notice how you feel an hour after a meal. That is your body giving you a report. It never lies. The sixth, this one is going to make city people make a face. Meat, beef from an animal that grazed in the pasture, that ate real grass, that walked under the sun. Not those animals kept locked up eating who knows what. That meat has the iron, the B12, everything that gives strength to the muscle and power to the blood. If you feel tired, if your legs don't respond, it's not age, it's that you're not eating what you need. A well-raised cow is sunlight and earth converted into strength. Simple as that. My grandfather used to say that the strength of the animal passes into the person who eats it with gratitude. I believe that. There is a difference between meat from a suffering animal and meat from one that lived well. Your body knows the difference, even if your mind doesn't. And the seventh, the last one, my morning secret. Pure cacao. Not children's chocolate, not that industrialized sweet stuff. The dark, bitter powder. The one that smells of forest and wet earth. A teaspoon in the morning coffee. It has something that tells the body to generate new energy from within, to renew the engines. At 92 years old, that lights something up inside me. It is the best kept secret in this kitchen. The ancient peoples of this land knew about cacao long before anyone put it in a candy bar and sold it wrapped in plastic. They used it as medicine, as ceremony, as prayer. I use it as all three. So there you have it. Coffee, yard fruits, fish, eggs, pasture-raised beef, fermented foods, and cacao. The opposite of what they sell on television. What this land and this family taught me. But let me tell you one last thing, and listen closely. Food is the firewood, but something else provides the flame. The flame comes from having a reason to get up. These chickens need me in the morning. These trees know me. This land knows my name. You can eat everything you want, but if your heart is full of resentment, if you have no one to embrace, if you don't give thanks for the day that dawned, you will get sick all the same. I have buried a husband, 1 children, and more friends than I can count. Grief is real. Loss is real. But bitterness is a choice, and I have never been willing to make that one. Every morning I wake up, I say, thank you before my feet touch the floor. Thank you for the pain I no longer feel. Thank you for the coffee that is waiting. Thank you for one more morning on this earth that I did not earn but was given anyway. So forgive people. Laugh even when it hurts. Sit on the porch and watch the sun fall behind the hill. Now, if you'll excuse me, the goats don't wait.